perfect. Okay, hello guys. Hi again. So today is the webinar we co-host with ConversionWise. And the webinar is how to skyrocket your PageFly conversion rates with Oliver Kenyon. And yeah, it's great actually opportunity. And thanks Oliver for actually co-hosting with us with this great webinar. And so yeah, because today is the webinar, might be some guys of you might not know about PageFly or me. So just a little bit about myself and PageFly, just a few minutes. So I'm co-founder and a growth affiliate manager at PageFly. So I've been doing growth marketing, and currently my role is the mentorship at the PageFly team. Have been doing conversion rate optimization for Shopify merchants and SEO for 5+ years experience, and have some knowledge about industry because well, PageFly is the, as you know, Shopify page builder, and we have been since September 2017. So until now, we have around 150,000 plus active Shopify merchants, including Plus merchants. On the Shopify App Store, we have over 6,000 positive reviews with 130 plus Shopify and Shopify Plus partners. We have also integrations with 60 different elements. And so, well, in short, PageFly is drag and drop page Shopify pages, page collectively in these holiday seasons. Next, we have about 70 plus helpful elements that can help you actually build robust landing pages. Later on, actually, Oliver will show you how to do that. And so the experience with building pages, it has seamless experience on across all devices, whether it's on the mobile or tablet devices. So pages built with PageFly, it's fully optimized for all devices. And the latest thing is free plan available for lifetime. We have been introducing the free plans in September 2017, and until now 5+ years we still keep free plan, just to make sure that you guys have the opportunity to export the product without actually trial days. And with free plan you can actually explore all features of the webshop. So the latest things is about live chat support. We've been doing providing chat support 24 hours and 7 days per week, 365 days per year, and it's truly live chat support. It's not the bot support, it's chat. And whether you are in the London, for example, Paris, New York City, Singapore, or Hanoi, here you can actually experience the same quality of support, even technical support. And during especially holiday season, it will be much more important. So we already prepared for this season, and we already started increasing the support capacity with infrastructure to serve Shopify merchants. So yeah, and now I'll take and now Oliver will continue actually the main topics. So amazing. Yeah, please, Oliver.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. Guys, just before I get stuck in, I just want to double check as well that you can see and hear me. So if you can, please, I'm just going to share my screen as well. I just need some yeses in the chat box before I get started and take you through what you're going to learn on this webinar. Cool. Can we see? Yes, cool. Perfect. All right, guys, I'm not going to waste any of your time. I want to get into this real in-depth content. I want to show you some real life examples. I'm going to be building a live page with you. But first and foremost, let's just quickly cover what you're going to learn on today's webinar. So we're going to show you how to make PageFly's templates convert like crazy. Okay, so these already convert well, but we're going to add some little elements. We're going to discuss the perfect page layout and show you how we can take them from here and literally skyrocket the conversion rates of these templates. We're going to show you some high impact elements that will have huge uplifts on your conversion rates. And obviously conversion rates are so important. It's often the difference between a profitable and an unprofitable campaign. We're also going to discuss the perfect product page layout. Okay, so we're going to cover on this workshop right now what a perfect product page looks like from the perspective of high conversions. And we're also going to show you how you can make these changes without any help. That's the beauty of using something like PageFly. Okay, you don't need designers, you don't need developers, you don't need to use expensive agencies. You can do these things yourself, and I'm going to show you the back-end builder of PageFly and show you exactly how you can do that. So first and foremost, who is this British guy that's speaking to you? Why do I have the authority to share my knowledge with you and share what I've done with you in the past? Well, I started online in 2013. 2010. I originally started in affiliate marketing, specifically CPA marketing, cost per action. So I was building pages myself. I was running campaigns. I was an affiliate for lots of different advertisers. And then I built the largest ever affiliate community online, which is still the largest ever affiliate community online. It's called Affiliate Fix. It has 230,000 plus members. I sold that business to Neil Patel in 2017. Alongside Affiliate Fix, and thanks to Affiliate Fix, the community that I started, I found my co-founder, Andy. And together with Andy in 2013, we started a company called Landing Page Guys. For the first 8 years of our business, 7 years to 8 years, we were actually called Landing Page Guys. And the clue was in the name. We recently rebounded to ConversionWise, but this business has been going for nearly 10 years. So ConversionWise was about 10 years old, and we have spoken across the world at some of the biggest events in the world, the business affiliate marketing, performance marketing events in the world about basically CRO. How can you increase your conversion rates? And we do things differently. I'm going to touch on this a little bit in a minute, but we don't do the typical CRO where it's kind of run media, do split tests, see which one converts, run more media, lose, win. It takes a long, drawn-out process. It costs lots of money. It takes up lots of data. We do things a different way, and I'm about to show you that. We've worked with thousands of companies, some of the biggest direct response companies in the world, including the likes of Unilever, Bodybuilding.com, SlimFast, Lotus Biscuits, Manny Pacquiao, T-Pain, Timber, Chandler Welling, and so many more. And now we are a team of 30 plus conversion rate experts who design, develop, integrate pages and educate people on how to skyrocket your conversion rates. We have one company mission, and that company mission is how can we make high conversion rates achievable for everyone? And everything we do, including this free webinar today, has that company mission behind it. As I explained, we do this via our method, which is called conversion design. Now, if you look at this graph very quickly, you'll be able to see that the blue line is conversion design and the red line is CRO, conversion rate optimization. And as I said, typical traditional conversion rate optimization is whereby you rely on guesswork as what may convert. You drive media, you obviously spend money driving that media to your landing pages, and you don't know the outcome. It might dip in conversion rate, it might increase in conversion rate, but you're relying on guesswork. It takes a long time, it's hit and miss, and it costs a lot of money. What I'm going to share with you on this workshop today is based on fact. It's based on 10 years of data of working with some of the biggest customers, generate millions, if not billions of dollars in revenue via landing pages and funnels. And it's our blueprint that we've stuffed into a checklist. That means that if you put things in the right place at the right points on your landing pages, you are going to launch at a far higher starting point than 6 months worth of CRO. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. Okay, so this is our 139-point conversion rate checklist, and it's growing all the time. Now, if you stick around to the end of the workshop, I am going to give you an exclusive. We've never done this before. We've literally never sold this checklist as a one-off item before, but we're going to give you an exclusive workshop only opportunity to buy the entire checklist. But I am going to cover so many of these points today and show you live hand how to build a really high converting product page inside PageFly. Okay, so stick around to the end, as I said, because we have exclusive webinar special offer for that checklist at the end. And we're also going to be giving the opportunity to download the exact export of this product page that I'm going to cover today, so that you can easily just import it using PageFly's incredible import feature and have this product page up and running in minutes. But if you don't want to do that, as I said, I'm going to cover every single element on that product page today that is built to convert like crazy. So before I get into it, guys, can I get some hands up? I'm going to look in this chat. I want to get loads and loads of hands ups of who is ready to see and watch me build a high converting product page. Okay, so we've got loads of raised hands, 9, 10, 11, 12 raised hands. Love it. Everyone's saying me, ready, 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 ready. Love it, guys. I'm loving the anticipation. I'm building this up today. I'm buzzing. I'm really excited to share this with you. Cool. We got 2 hands up. I like that. Thumbs up, hands up. Lots of things coming in. Guys, I am so appreciative of you today. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do not want to disappoint you. As I said, I go back to our company mission. We share lots of information for free because we want to make high conversion rates achievable for everyone. It's often a bit of the puzzle that people forget. And they rely on things like media and traffic in order to increase their revenue and rely on the guesswork of CRO. We like to give facts based on data that's inside this checklist that I'm going to share with you now. So first and foremost, I'm going to open up my PageFly editor. Now, for those of you on this workshop, a lot of you on this workshop, and by the way, guys, I speak very, very quickly. I'm hugely passionate and driven by what I teach. So if there's something that doesn't make sense, please use the QA or the chat box. We will have time for questions at the end. Okay, but I do go quite quickly because, like I say, I'm hugely passionate about this and I tend to get quite into it. So please, please, please feel free to use that chat and use the QA section. Okay, I will come back and answer any questions. I am here until we are finished. Okay, so this is the PageFly page builder. I have been in the industry for 10 plus years, and I have to say, for the first 6 or 7 years, we were very against page builders. We didn't like them. We didn't think they were flexible enough. They couldn't give us the right results. And we thought that we advised everyone to go custom build. And what that means is HTML, CSS, raw static code, custom build. I'm the first to hold my hands up and say in the last couple of years, some of these builders have become very, very good and are brilliant for what they are. PageFly is at the top of that pile for me. Okay, I've been using PageFly personally now for the last year or so. And we've tested out a lot of builders, and PageFly is a super, super great software. So I would recommend using it, okay? So for those of you who don't use PageFly right now, I'll quickly explain how it works. You can set templates. So you set up a template, you quickly install PageFly via an app inside Shopify. Takes literally a matter of seconds. By the way, guys, I am non-technical. I am not a technical. I have a co-founder, Andy, who is super, super technical. That's not me. I am non-technical. So it's very, very easy to install PageFly. And then you can have utilize their templates. You can either build from scratch or you can utilize their templates. This page here was built on top of PageFly's most popular, most used template. Now we have customized it, of course we have, because we have years of experience and data into seeing how can we take what already works and boost it further. And I'm going to break down all the elements, like I said, and give you an opportunity to buy this, to get this at the end. But the point being, you can choose whatever page you want, whatever template you want, and implement the things I'm going to teach you on this workshop. So everything inside the editor is editable. As I said, you can drag and drop, you can add elements, you can click here and add different blocks. They have loads of predefined blocks, everything that you kind of would need as far as testimonial sections, FAQs, call to actions, images, and everything like that. You can also predefine how many grids you want on the page, how you want your page to be laid out, and it's super, super, super flexible. So, this is like the back end. And again, I will switch to the front end of the page, and then I'll come back into the builder to show you how we've done it. I'm going to have a look at the front end of this page. And this is where I'm going to start explaining to you how you can optimize your pages for conversions and point out the important elements. Now, the biggest mistake that anyone on this workshop, and we have hundreds watching, we're also going to get thousands watching this replay. The biggest mistake you can do is by not taking action, by not implementing what I'm going to teach you, because If nothing changes, nothing changes, okay? You need to make these changes to see an increase in conversion rate. Each one of these elements that I'm going to walk you through will increase your conversion rate, maybe a little, maybe a lot. But when you start to compound everything, you'll see these huge, huge uplifts in conversion rates, okay? And that's what I'm going to show you. We're going to start at the top here. So this toolbar is actually created inside the Shopify theme. It's not created inside PageFly. So you go into Shopify. If you're using 2.0, you go into online store, theme editor, customize your theme, and you go to the toolbar. But there's some really important points of how do you build a high converting toolbar. One is you hit on seasonality. Okay, so first and foremost, you'll see how this says autumn sale now on. I'm picking out the season that we're in right now. When it comes to winter, I'm going to put winter sale. Okay, so autumn sale now on. Call out your sale because most people are running sales, especially when it comes to Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, New Year, etc. You typically will have a sale on. So autumn sale now on, limited stock. So I'm getting my scarcity into that title, and then mention your shipping threshold. So if you offer free shipping over $50, mention that on your toolbar. So there's 2 or 3 things you need to touch on your toolbar. The other important elements are emojis, and it sounds stupid, but it makes it pop. And also using an alternative color to your color palette. So notice how this is blue. There is no other blue. I know what you're going to say, but there's no other blue above the fold. So this blue pops out. Now you're going to say that this is blue and this is blue, and this is part of the toolbar. This pads the toolbar out. Okay. We want to remind the customer of the sale in the toolbar by the buy buttons. Okay. So if you have a sale on, and you use strike through, and this is really, really easy to do inside PageFly. They provide a widget for you, so you can just easily strike through. Then you want to call that sale out so it's consistent with the toolbar, okay? And all these things may sound stupid. A lot of them are logical, a lot of them are common sense, a lot of them play on psychologies of users who visit your page, but they all are super important. So make sure that your color of your toolbar is the same color as the payment options, so the payment price points on your landing page. It's consistency. First and foremost, I read that there's a sale on, then it's backed up by the continuity between the colors of the price point and the toolbar. Okay. Also, I recommend adding something like this that says autumn sale pricing applied. I'm going to keep repeating myself on a lot of these things, but you need to treat your consumers as if they're 3 years old. Okay, a lot of people will not know that the sale pricing is auto been applied. So tell them, walk them through, hold their hand. So by having a little call out like this, and guys, this is why I say you don't need a design developer. This is literally a bit of text with a background. So PageFly gives me the ability to have text here. I've bolded the text, and then I go to styling. And what I've done is I've added a color to the background, the same color. That's the color in my toolbar. Okay. So making sure there's consistency between those 2 points is really, really going to help with your conversion rates. There are 5 key elements that we need above the fold in order to increase our conversion rates. Okay. Element number 1 is a strong value proposition. We normally do that in our product page page title. So this is our product title effectively. It's this bit here. Now we know, especially if we're on Shopify and we're using PageFly, we edit this within the Shopify settings. You go to products, you select your product, and you edit the title. Now, unless you're doing Google shopping or you're very high on search traffic where you need to call out a specific tag in that H1 tag in the page title, without getting geeky, guys, then you need to use something that's more emotive than just the product name. So notice here how we've gone for conversion VIT. I forgot to explain, by the way, guys, we just dreamed up this conversion VIT product as an example. It doesn't matter what you're selling. This will apply to you. Our checklist applies to you no matter what niche or what vertical you're in, but we just dreamed up this ConversionWise male vitamin product. There's a lovely cheesy picture of me on the bottle, just to give you guys some an example of a product, but it could be anything. But look, conversion VIT, and then we mentioned the benefit. Get healthier and happier in 7 days. Now, if I just had the product title there, conversion VIT, that would be no way enough of a value proposition that it would keep people interested in my product when they land on the page. Okay, you have between 3 and 5 seconds above the fold to get people's attention. And the biggest way to do that is via that value proposition before they drop off or bounce. So it's super important, like I say, to utilize your product titles and to make them more emotive and capture that headline. So number one is value proposition. Number two is social proof. Okay, how can we get some form of social proof above the fold? How can we showcase that people are approving of this product? Well, the easiest way here is to use something like this. Okay, we're in the UK, so we're using Trustpilot icons because people associate with Trustpilot. I know it is pretty much global, but if, say, for example, you're in a country where Google is more recognizable, then use like Google icons or logos here. But notice how we don't just stop, and this is an image, by the way, we don't just stop by saying 4.9 out of 5. Now, a lot of you, and PageFly integrates with a lot of the top social proof widgets, but a lot of those widgets will just say 4.9 out of 5 stars. It's not good enough. Okay, we need to, in order to increase our conversion rates, we need to go the extra mile, like you do on your ads, like you do on your creative. Don't negate the conversion rate optimization on your pages. So we add a strap line to the end, 4.9 out of 5 by hundreds of happy customers. You might want to use something like verified, happy, okay? But make sure you add that little bit of text to the end of your rating and you will increase your conversion rates. Also, for those of you who use unrealistic ratings like 5 out of 5, they're not believable, people don't want to buy. Make sure it sounds stupid, but mark it down. 4.8, 4.9 converts better than 5 out of 5. So 2 is social proof, okay? That's an easy way, especially on mobile, because it only takes up 1 line of real estate. And by the way, obviously PageFly has fully responsive settings, but it's an easy way to get that social proof above the fold. Number 2. Number 3 is trust and credibility. How can we showcase to a cold consumer that's clicked an ad or come via an email or search via organic that we are trusting and reputable company? How can we showcase that? Okay, so we do it via things like this, okay, trust icons. Okay, so if you can showcase, again, this is really simple to do in PageFly. I'll show you the builder. I just added 1 block of 1 row with 4 different elements, and then it's image and text. It's super, super simple. You do not need graphic designers. You do not need anything like this. By the way, all these graphics are available in our Conversion Rate Academy. I'll tell you a little bit more about that at the end, but you can just go to conversionrateacademy.com and inside you can get all these graphics. But trust is super, super important. So things like free returns, money back guarantees, COVID safe, 24/7. Okay, anything that you can put above the fold in with icons and text is going to help your conversion rates. Okay, so think about your product. It may be something that's like vegan friendly, made in the US, like those things work really, really well as well. But often it's to do with like guarantees and free returns and fast deliveries. And the other way we can get trust in above the fold is via these icons here. Okay, so having payment icons by your buy buttons will really help increase your conversion rates. The reason is psychologically, and it happens subconsciously, it's not something that you stop and think about. If I'm a cold consumer and I'm on Facebook and I'm clicking an ad, and I go through to a product page like this, and I see logos of Amex, PayPal, MasterCard, Visa, I subconsciously think that these companies must, as merchants, must trust this brand. Therefore, I trust those companies and I trust this company. Okay, so these little logos really help with credibility. So I think that was 3 is trust. Number 4 is strong product imagery. Okay, you should always start this image here. And by the way, I'm going to cover as much as I can in the kind of, 45 minutes or whatever we've got on this workshop. But inside that checklist, there's way more that you can go into more detail, but I know we've only got a certain amount of time. So I just want to give you as much value as possible. This product image should always be the image that you use on your ads. If you use like a raw image like this. So again, it's all about that consistency and continuity. So if you have an ad of a bottle like this, put this as the first image. The other images, forgive the cheesiness, should be UGC content and professionally shot pictures. So make sure in that image scroll there, you have user-generated content. The more organic, the better it will convert. So you don't need models, you don't need professional shot pictures, although AI is now going to do this for you. Just have a picture of your friends, your family, a consumer, a user with your product, holding your product. That's super, super important. And I'm going to get to your QAs in a second, but the fifth most important element above the fold is a strong call to action. On mobile, on desktop, make sure you have a strong call to action above the fold. And we're going to go into detail about call to actions. So as I said, I'm just going to quickly show you the PageFly editor. These are all very, very simple to do. Okay. This is just an image. This is just an image. This is generated from your product description. These are just a row. It took me 10 minutes to set this up. You know, this whole page, this is the beauty of something like PageFly. This whole page probably took me about an hour to build. Obviously, as I said, we will give you a chance to get this product page at the end of the workshop. But if you don't, it's here for you. I'm walking you through it. The other important element above the fold is urgency or scarcity. So having something like this by your buttons that says low in stock or available now, with a visual. If, by the way, you can't get hold of any of these images, these are all in our academy, by the way, but if you can't get hold of an image like this, just literally using the green circle emoji with a bit of text will really work as well. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have a sip of my water before we scroll down this page. I'm gonna have a look at these QAs and the chat, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay, cool. Perfect. Okay, so we've got a couple of questions coming in. I want these vitamins, Danielle. I'll feed them to my website servers. Maybe it works. I love that. Perfect. Cool. All right, guys, keep your questions. That's perfect. Who's enjoying this? Is this making sense? Is this useful? Raise your hand. Let me know before we scroll to the next section. Have you discovered something new? Have you discovered something that you're going to implement after this workshop? Whoa, I think we've literally got like half the workshop raising their hand. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Cool. All right, guys, you want me to continue? Let's do it. Right. So as we scroll down the fold, okay. So as we scroll past that first section, and again, I'm going to switch and revert back to the PageFly builder just to show you how this is done. But as we scroll past, we follow what you've probably heard of, but it's called the AIDA principle. Okay. So it stands for attention, which we've done above the fold with our value proposition and those 5 key elements. Now we're going to pique people's interest. And there's a specific way to do this. And a lot of people get this wrong. So this is a section that a lot of you will do wrong. Okay. And this is why Shopify 2.0 is great if you have themes, because you can drag and drop sections, but PageFly just allows you to do this a lot quicker and easier. And I'll show you in a minute. If you can have another form of trust and social proof by linking, or not even linking, but showcasing logos of companies that you have been featured in or recommended by or partnered with, then make sure you smack them here just below the fold. Okay, it's another form of trust and credibility. I always gray them out because I don't want to take focus away from our brand, but this is a really, really important step. But this step is far more important. Okay, people forget this. In our interest section, the second section of your landing page should basically explain the transformation. It should explain how someone's going to get your product and then how it's going to transform their lives via a benefit. Okay, so how do we do it? Very emotive headline. Okay, don't just put something like 3 simple steps or get our product. Think about it. Think anywhere in your copy where you can mention a benefit of your product, do so. Live a healthier, more prosperous life in 3 simple steps. Boom. Okay, look how powerful that is. Then we showcase the steps. We showcase 1, 2, 3 as a transformation. Step 1, order instantly today. Look at the buzzword, instantly. Order instantly today. Click add to cart button securely. Okay, we bold the keywords. Step 2, and put the actual steps, text steps. Okay, we ship within 24 hours. Okay, that's ticked a box for me in my head. I can order instantly. They ship within 24 hours. And then 3 is always the perceived benefit. It's not that you get your product. Be healthy equals be happy. Notice how we didn't say here, your product is delivered or you'll get your product. Like, boring. People don't want to hear it. They want to see the transformation that this product is going to take me through. Okay. So that's really, really important in step 3. Be healthy, be happy. We're talking about a vitamin product. If, say, for example, I was selling dog treats, healthy dog treats, this might say something like, give your dog the life he deserves. Have your furry friend happy and healthy. Okay, it's not delivered the product. Okay, so that's really, really important in this section. Okay, guys, just going to answer a couple of these QAs as we go through each section. How do I know my headline works? Okay, so there's when you if you're talking about value proposition above the fold, there's some key things for your headlines. Mentioning numbers is good. Odd numbers work better. Keep it between 7 and 10 and mention a benefit. When it comes to this section, it's the transformation that you're saying. Okay, so hopefully that's answered that. Can I click answered live? Yeah, done. Cool. Answered live. Hey, Ollie, fellow Brit here. Love it. If we're selling higher cost items, should we dial back on emojis, selling fast banners in favor of more minimalistic approach? Okay, love it. This question gets asked all the time, and it's an age-old argument between brand and sales. My answer to you as a CRO expert and someone who's been doing this for 10 years is no. If you want to make more money, what I'm teaching you works. If you want to protect your brand and are not scared, that's the wrong word because I understand why you wouldn't, but you are in fear of emojis having an effect on your brand, then just leave them out. There's some things you don't have to do, but they will increase your conversion rates. And we'll talk about emojis and call to actions as well in a minute. But it's an age-old argument. We have an agency where we do like 50 projects per month for different companies, and it's normally fashion brands or high-end, high-ticket brands that will argue and say, you know, we don't want emojis on our buttons, we don't want vibrant buttons, and we say, okay, well, you don't want to make more money, and it's, you know, they're paying us a lot of money to make them more money, so it makes our job harder. But that's my answer, unfortunately. You know, things you don't feel comfortable with, leave out, but you probably will leave money on the table. Okay, Joseph said, what would be step 3 for a fiction book? Cool. Okay, so step 3, it's the same process. Order now, whether or not it's delivered or it's digitally delivered, it doesn't matter. So step 1 is order now, instantly get access if you do. So step 1 is order now. If it's a digital book, say instantly get access now. If it's a physical book, we ship within 24 hours. And then number 3, that benefit is, what's the benefit? I know what it is, but I'm asking you, what's the benefit of someone reading your book? Okay. Typically something like a fiction book or a non-fiction book is like, you know, get lost in an immersive world. Or if it's fiction, it's something like, it depends what the niche is. But let's say, for example, it's a book about investments. The benefit is, the third step would be something like earn more money, enjoy it, and live happier. Okay, so it depends what your book is about, but just the benefit of that book is the next section. Cool, I'm going to move on, guys. I'm just going to quickly show you this in the back end. So again, these are super simple to build with rows, columns. This is just simple text. PageFly gives me a really nice way to set the state of the title. I can then go to down here and I can set the font families. I can set global font families as well, so I don't have to keep doing this per one, which is really nice. These again are just rows of images, really simple. I can change the background colors of each block as well, so I can switch between white and gray. Again, just a simple title. These are just 3 columns. So I set a new row. I set it with 3 columns up here. So I would go layout, and you can see here like 3 columns. So I just drag that into the editor. These are just icons that I've used, which again are inside here. Forgive me if I just search icon. There you go. Boom. You have a whole icon library. And these are text as well. So super simple. Nice product image. Well, I say nice, it's of me. It's probably not that nice. And we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so we're in the interest section still. ADA, attention, we've done that above the fold. We're now piquing their interest, first and foremost with the transformation. Now we're into the interest section. Okay, the interest section is all about the benefits. Okay, there's 3 sections. You have the transformation in interest. So you start with the transformation I've just shown you. Then you go into benefits, then you go into features. You do not go features, transformation, benefits. You don't go features, benefits, transformation. You do it in this order. So transformation, benefit, features. Now, I am a product owner. We have multiple e-commerce stores. We have ran 7-figure e-commerce stores over the last 3-4 years. We have obviously ConversionWise. We have an academy. We have several products. I have the checklist that I'm offering to you exclusive today, which we built a landing page for. It's very easy to slip into a habit of talking about the features of your product. You're proud of your product, so you typically go after the feature. Okay. Now the feature is, say, for example, that this bottle is fully recyclable. The feature is that this includes zinc, saffron, and 10 other incredible ingredients. Okay. They are all features that will help sell, but benefits are more important. So there's a cliche saying, I hate saying it, but it's benefits sell, features tell, benefits sell. Okay, so we stick with benefits first. So this section is all about describing how people benefit from your product. So look at this. Be a better and healthier version of you with ConversionBit. Not mentioning anything about the product itself. I'm not mentioning anything about the ingredients, nothing about the bottles, nothing about the patented technology behind this. I know this isn't a technical product, but if it is, I'm not mentioning about, for example, the author of the book. If you're selling the book, first and foremost, it's the benefits. Get all the vitamins and minerals your body needs in one delicious gummy. Boom. Nutrients your body needs in one go. Again, I haven't touched on what those nutrients are. I'm just touching on what is the benefit of people taking my multivitamin. And this is a huge mistake we see people make all the time. They go feature heavy. It's especially happens on things like electrical products. Let's take, for example, a electrical toothbrush. Okay, most people would start by going, the rotation is 360. It has a camera attached to the bottom. It's got an amazing timer. The battery lasts for 24 hours, like feature. Instead of saying it gives your teeth a new life, you get healthier, longer lasting teeth. You're the envy of all your friends because of the whiteness of your teeth. You go back 10 years because of how great you look. Okay, that's what you need to start with here. Okay, so this section here should all be about the benefit. Okay, and by the way, if you grab this page template at the end, it's super easy just to switch these all out. You can switch these icons. Again, these are simple icons that are all available inside of PageFly. Like, you could change this into your page within, I reckon, 10 minutes. That's how easy PageFly makes it. Okay, as we go down the fold, we have call to actions. So don't just have something at the top and then don't repeat your call to actions. Don't over repeat them. But at this stage, we would repeat our call to actions. Now, let's talk call to actions quickly. I'm going to take questions on call to actions if you have them, but first, let me explain. Wherever there is a call to action, there's super important things you need to mention, you need to do. You need buffers alongside your call to actions. So one, you need social proof as a buffer, and you need trust. So never post a button anywhere on your page without having a testimonial or having payment seals underneath it. Okay, that's really important. This is going to dramatically increase your CTR. When it comes to the button itself, notice how this color is so different to anything else on the page. Stands out, okay? People make the mistake again, and forgive me, I think it was David who asked about the high ticket. When you are protecting your brand, you typically want to have your button colors the same color as your lovely brand. You spent hundreds of thousands of pounds developing an incredible brand, and you don't want to waste it by having vibrant or buttons that stand out. Well, that's fine. But again, you are literally leaving money on the table. So pick a color that is the opposite of your brand color and that doesn't feature on your page for your call to actions. Otherwise, people just miss them. Okay. So that's really important. Make sure they stand out. When it comes to the terminology on your call to actions, use something like get mine now, grab mine now, rush my order. Okay. Don't use the old boring add to cart, add mine, buy now. If you do use add to cart now. You want to really encourage that doing word, okay? Add to cart now, get it now, instantly now, okay? That's really important. And of course, we've touched on emojis. We've tested hundreds of different emojis, so many lines of data, and still to date, we were probably the first company to put emojis on buttons in the CRO world. Still to date, this one converts better than any other. Now you will see hundreds, if not thousands of landing pages all over the net with these emojis on their buttons and saying, get mine now. And that was us. So it makes me laugh when I see these online, when I'm buying Christmas presents and they've changed their buttons and stuff. We were the first company to do it. So it's really cool to see that. But the reason I think is because it's the directional cue. It's actually pointing to the next step. And I think that's really important. So think about that as well. Does anyone have any questions whilst I have a sip of my drink about buttons and CTAs? Okay, guys, I'm just reading through these questions. It'd be really good. I'm going to read through these ones now quickly, but it'd be really good if you could use the Q&A section because it just allows me to see just the questions, but I'll read through these now. So Brandon's saying, what if you sell a $2,000 product, 6 months factory backup to ship, stainless steel storage? Okay, I'm going to answer that one at the end because that's a bit more of a long-winded question. Do you recommend using these product pages, landing pages, or creating specific landing pages with different elements? Okay, so most of these I'm going to answer at the end just because they're not related to what I'm on here. Okay. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna do the Q&A at the end because these ones are not related. Guys, if you have a question, if you could just do me a favor and post it to the Q&A section of this, that's going to be really, really helpful because I can just have concise questions. I'm just going to carry on. Okay, cool. So let's have a look at the testimonials. These are super easy to do inside PageFly. Again, it's just a block. You can drag and drop these elements. This is the best thing about PageFly. It's super, super flexible to move elements around. You can actually just copy blocks as well. So you don't have to keep repeating yourself. You can copy a block. I can then drag it. Say, for example, I want to show 2 testimonials. I can drag it to a new section. And that's the beauty of PageFly and how kind of flexible it is. So it's really, really simple to use. Like I said, I am non-technical, and it's just super, super simple. Right, we've touched on our benefits. We're still in the interest section. Now we can go into features. Okay, so this is where we can go feature heavy. So for a product like our multivit, which, by the way, we're going to create and you guys are all going to buy at the end of this webinar and make me rich. For a product like multivit, I'm going to get you on subscriptions as well. Then it's really important to mention things like the ingredients. So this is where we can say like jam-packed with key ingredients to skyrocket your health. Again, think of the terminology, think of the buzzwords that you're using: skyrocket, benefit, buzz. All these words are going to help you increase your conversion rates. So this is where we have nice product imagery. We shout out like things like the ingredients. So again, on your electrical toothbrush, this is where you could call out the camera, the timer, the battery, the nozzle on the head. You can call out your packaging, your vegan friendly, etc. This is where you do this. And again, notice it's not just plain text. We're having an image. We're then bolding some of the key phrases within your text to make it stand out. Okay, so this is exactly where we can mention the features of your product. Again, call to action, and we'll talk about call to action with the 2 buffers, social proof and trust, and we'll talk about breaking down the testimonial in our next section. So we've now been through the interest section. We piqued people's interest. We are lucky enough that they have scrolled through our landing page, and I don't say that lightly. You are lucky if people keep scrolling through your landing page, and this is how you do it. We've taken them through the interest section. They're now interested. What do we do next? D, desire. We make them desire our product via social proof. Okay, so this could be case studies, testimonials, reviews, videos, UGC content, anything like that. Okay, so this is our social proof section. Okay, so we use, again, if you just have a title that says testimonials, reviews, like boring, okay, put a number to it, put a benefit to it. Let me associate with the target demographic when I'm viewing this page. Trusted by 1,032 plus awesome males who are living a healthier life. Okay, I wrote that in like 5 seconds. You can think of these amazing headlines that will increase your conversions. When it comes to the testimonial section, there's some important things when you have testimonials. Now, I know a lot of you people will be using apps, for example, Looks, etc., that PageFly will easily integrate with. However, if you can, and even if you just have like 3 like this, and then you embed your testimonial, FIFO or Looks or whatever you want to use, there's some really important rules about how you make testimonials convert higher. 1, have images of the person. It's super, super important. If you just have plain text testimonials, no images, they're going to convert way, way less. They're going to be way, way less believable. So if you can get images of your person, make sure you have them. If you can get images of your person's screenshot or taking a selfie using your product, even better. Okay, that's going to convert even more. Have a strap line, and this is easy to do in PageFly, takes 2 seconds, above your testimonial that calls out the most important statement within inside that testimonial. Okay, so have that strap line. Okay, call it out, pull it out at the top. A lot of people, myself included, are lazy and they won't read blocks of text. I just want to see that quick snapshot. It's another tick in my mind. I want to buy this product. Okay, so call out the perfect one. Repeat the stars. I know this looks like a lot of stars, but repeat it. shove it in front of people's faces. If you don't want to use the Trustpilot icons, all of these are available in our academy, by the way, these images. But if you don't want to use them, use emojis. Just go to emojipedia.com, type in star, grab the star emoji, add a text block inside PageFly here, and literally just paste the stars. It's just as good, okay? But repeat the stars by each testimonial. And then lastly, when it comes to the testimonial itself, keep it 1 to 2 paragraphs. Make sure the text is big enough that people can read it, and bold some of the key phrases. So notice here, give me more energy, fun playing with my kids, must use, more productive, every day, perfect remedy. Notice how my brain read those things in about 2 seconds. If I had to read through the whole testimonial to pick them out, I would just ignore them. So put shit in front of people's faces, okay? Honestly, it will help your conversion rates. You can see I get really passionate about this because we have 10 years of experience building this checklist. When it comes to the name, make sure if you can use first and last name, makes it more believable. Don't just put Bill S or Bill Smith, more believable, okay? So we've touched on testimonials in that desire section. Now there's one important section that needs to go in between your testimonials and your call to action at the bottom, inside that AIDA principle. And that's an FAQ. And a lot of people don't do this. And if you don't, you are leaving money on the table. Again, this is so easy to, inside PageFly, search for FAQ. I can't remember what they call it. Maybe the guys will tell you at the end, but this is a super simple block that you can just import and really easily add an FAQ section to your page. It's so easy to do. Inside your FAQ, you should have 7 to 10 questions. The first few questions should typically in e-com be about the audibility and deliverability of your product. So how do I order? How quick will it get to me? Do you ship here? Do you offer returns? Those questions are very generic to a Shopify, to a e-com store, but then you want to get a couple of questions that are specific to your product. The whole point of this FAQ section is you do not want to give anyone the excuse to leave your page without buying your product because they have a question in their head. Normally, if they do, they Google it, your competitor then has them, or their buying instinct has gone. So put the questions that you want answered, people want answered inside this section. All I say to people is send your product off to 5 strangers or 5 friends who don't know what it is. Have them write 10 questions about it, and you'll find that the questions get repeated by those 5 friends, and put them inside your FAQ table. Okay. And then lastly, at the very end, and guys, we're going to get into that exciting offer shortly about the checklist. We're also going to do some QA, etc. So please make sure you stick around. Lastly is an action section. Okay. So at the bottom of your page, make sure you repeat that call to action from the top. This is, again, a bit that people forget. They don't do it, okay? And I always say this phrase, and those of you who've watched workshops with me before will get bored of it, but it's like you watching a film, okay? You pay to watch a film, you get to the end of the film and it just stops. There's no ending, it just abruptly stops, and you're left there thinking, shit, like, how did I even get here? Again, I reiterate, if you are lucky enough to get people scrolling down to the bottom of your page, they are flipping interested in your product, give them a call to action. Give them a way of taking action at the bottom. So if you don't have a call to action at the bottom, most people get this wrong. They have like related products. That's fine, but put that lower down. Make sure there is a call to action for people to take action beneath that FAQ section. Okay. Again, really easy to do inside PageFly's builder, okay? And this is super simple. Like I said, I built this page simply. We're going to give you an opportunity to get this shortly. I want to get to some QA, but I want to ask a quick favor from you guys as well. So let me just stop sharing my screen. I'll switch back to the camera quickly. Can we do this? Yes, we can. Guys, so I want to ask you a quick favor, please. If you are enjoying this workshop, if you have enjoyed the content, do me a favor. Take a screenshot of this. Maybe it's on your camera, or take a screenshot of this video or something and post on Twitter, if you have a Twitter account, and tag me in. I'm at Oliver Kenyon, and tag PageFly in. I think they're just at PageFly. Tag them both in. And if you upload that on your wall on Twitter and say that you're enjoying this content, I'm going to send you a free PDF that breaks down the top 10 highest conversion principles beyond what we've just taught you. I will send that to you within the next 24 hours. But let's get into some Q&A. Guys, hopefully that was helpful. Can I get some more raised hands if that was helpful? Amazing. Thanks so much, guys. Wow, we're getting some great feedback. I just want to also share a couple of other things with you before I get into this QA. Okay, so can everyone see my screen? Hopefully you can. Yes, we're back on the screen. Cool, perfect. Okay, guys, so as I explained, we have an exclusive offer for you guys. Okay, we have an exclusive offer that is just for people on this workshop. We have never offered this before, and I mean this. You can Google it. We've never offered our checklist. We are going to give you the opportunity to grab our full 139 points. We've probably covered, I don't know, what would you guys say? Maybe 20 points on this workshop. But this checklist has so much more. It's going to tell you about development side of things. It's going to tell you about the whole funnel, how you increase your average order value, how you increase your lifetime value, and so much more. Okay, we have used this to build over nearly 4,000 high converting pages over the last 10 years, this blueprint. We haven't launched this up until about 2-3 months ago. You're going to unleash some massive profits, and regardless of your industry or experience. Okay, so they're all little things that I've shown you today that you can have open alongside PageFly or your pages and implement the things yourself. You don't need designers, developers. We are also going to offer you that high converting PageFly page. Okay, so you can also grab that high converting PageFly page that you can just export and easily, thanks to PageFly's amazing import system, import into your product pages and be up and running with it in a matter of minutes. Okay. So you can get this today only for $27, and I'll get into the Q&A very shortly. If you go to www.getconversionwise.com/PageFly. Again, we'll put this in the chat as well, but go to getconversionwise.com/PageFly. Feel free to open that link now. Keep it open in your browser because I don't want to miss anything on the Q&A or any of the content. But yeah, if you just go to www.getconversionwise.com/PageFly, you should be taken to this page here, which follows all of our principles as well. There's a little snapshot of the checklist, and you can then go ahead and grab the full checklist. You can then download that checklist to your computer and have it whenever you build pages. You can also, like I said, get the opportunity to grab the template that we built today.